think this is a great way to connect Mother's Day. And again, my sincere affection and love and appreciation for every mother out here doing their job, because I know that there are people out there that don't make it easy. I want to apologize on behalf of the men that are just mean, that just say mean things, because they've been hurt and they've gone through their experience and they just don't have good things to say about black women and black mothers and they don't I don't think they have a full understanding of what we've all gone through and how it's affected us. And so I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing your job and investing in people like us. If my mother had protected me, do you understand what would have happened to me in that school system if my mother had not stood up for me? When those white ladies wanted to put me on medication, put me in special ed, all kinds hold me back, kick me out, all these other things. It was my mother who was that first line of defense. My father was very important too. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna hit that on Father's Day for sure. For sure. My father's a hero to me because he didn't have to take care of me. I wasn't his biological son. But my mother, shoot, my mother was in there fighting with them teachers, so for all those mothers that are doing it, I want to encourage you because here's the thing, it wasn't easy. It was really hard. My mother, I did not make it easy for her. I was a rough child to keep up with. I can't be controlled by white folks. I've never been able to be controlled by anybody. So my mama couldn't control me either. So some of y'all got those little warriors in your house, those very strong young men that are strong-headed, know what they want out of life, and that's a wild Bronco that has to be managed. But if you love that Bronco, he's going to be loyal to you forever. And if you raise these kids properly, if we invest in them the way we should, you teach them wealth. We follow the Black Wealth Master Plan with these children. Learn to start a business by the age of 12, own stock by the age of 5. Be in a position to buy their first property by the age of 21 because you've done the $5 a day plan for several years for them. Guess what? That wealthy little outrageous kid with the big mouth and all the energy that was very hard for you to manage and control is going to go out here and kick the world in its ass, and he's going to go conquer. He's going to be like this ferocious lion that's going to go out and he's going to go and hunt and kill, and everything he kills and hunts, he's going to bring it back to his mama. He's going to bring it back to the people that he loves, the people that looked out for him when he was a little cub. And that's what I do. I go through the world. I am not a scared man. I was raised by a soldier. You will never punk me. I'm not scared of nothing. And so what I've done my whole life is I've gone out and I've hunted and I have killed, and I bring it all back to my mama and say, "Mama, what do you want? What do you need from me right now?" So invest in people. Your investments in people are far more significant than any investment you'll ever make in money. And I know some people may not get it. Some people think I'm being hoity-toity about it, or I'm talking about stuff that's aloof and disconnected from money. No, this is more important than money, because what you got to understand is that even during slavery, people were a source of wealth. Black people were a massive economic base for white America. We built this country. We were the ones. They you could get a did you know you could get a mortgage on slaves? If you had a bunch of healthy slaves, you could literally take that as collateral and go to the bank and say, "I got all this wealth." And they say, "Well, what is your wealth?" "Well, I own these people. I have these people that will do what I tell them to do." And they say, "Oh, well, you're a very rich man because you got people." Do you understand? So a lot of y'all are rich and you don't even know it. A lot of you are very wealthy and you don't even know it. Now, by the way, Virginia says there's no sound. Can y'all hear me? Give me a yes if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I want to make sure my audio is coming through okay. Give me a yes if the audio is coming through all right. Okay, so let's get back to that point. Thank you. I'm sorry, Virginia. I don't know what's happening on your end. Maybe you got a reboot or something like that. But literally, a lot of you are millionaires and don't even know it. If you got 4 or 5 kids, and those little minds can be molded to be what you want them to be, that's a source of wealth. But just like any other asset, it has to be managed properly. Assets have to be managed. In fact, let me go into another stream of consciousness on this. And I decided today I was going to answer a few of your questions. And also, by the way, I'm going to give you guys a list of stocks that you can buy for under $10. I'm going to put this list in the chat. And also, if you don't see it or you don't get it, if you text the word stock to 87948, I'm going to send it out on that list later on today. Just some of you have seen this list before, but some of you are new and maybe you've never gotten it. But if you want to get started investing, here's a list of stocks you can buy for under $10, because I know some of us feel a little bit safer buying cheaper, less expensive stocks. So let me put this in here. So let me go into another aspect of my stream of consciousness. All right. So yesterday, my wife and I went to see this play in downtown Chicago at this theater called the Steppenwolf, and it was directed by Felicia Rashad, and it was a play that was written by a guy named Brandon Gordon Jenkins, is that right, babe? Yeah, so Brandon Jordan Jenkins or something like that. A brilliant young playwright who was a finalist for Pulitzer, stuff like that. And I see Antoinette's already saw the play. Yeah, it's called Purpose. And it was really good. And it didn't take me long to realize that the play was a reflection of on the family of Reverend Jesse Jackson. I picked up on that